Have you ever tried to do a side plank to correct your scoliosis, but you haven't gotten the results that your physiotherapist promised you? Well, in this video, I'm going to explain the right way to do them to get real results. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Ed Padgett. I'm an osteopath and I specialize in helping people with scoliosis and teaching other professionals to do the same. Now I'm going to show you 3 different ways to supercharge your plank, each one harder than the last. So make sure you stay to the end because you'll see the most challenging variation, which will help strengthen your butt, your core and your legs all at the same time. Okay, so how does this work? Well, I'm going to use the example of a C-shaped scoliosis. And this has the apex on the left side. So if you have an apex on the left side, you're also going to have a thickening on that left side. When you bend forward, you can commonly see that. And some people think that's because the muscles on the left side are bigger, but actually it's to do with the rotation. You see, when the spine bends to the side like this, it will also rotate, and it rotates to the left, which pushes those ribs out on that left side. And that creates that characteristics hump or rib hump on that left side. So how does this work? Well, we're going to place a person onto their left side, which, if gravity would win, would make them worse. But we're not going to let gravity win. In fact, we're going to use the muscles on this side of the spine and also in the core muscles and the QL and so on to actually straighten that curve up. Then we're going to use some special movements with the arms and special movements with the pelvis to start activating all the core muscles and then even muscles down into the glutes and legs. Now, this isn't a rehash of Dr. Lauren Fishburne's research back in 2014, where he showed that a side plank can change the scoliosis, which hasn't actually been replicated since. So I'm not even sure that works. This is a part of a whole series of exercises that you should be doing that are designed for your specific scoliosis. So if you have a C-shaped curve or lavoscoliosis, then this is going to be one exercise you can use as part of a whole series of exercises. All right, so where do we start? Well, we're going to need to make sure you're strong enough to actually do these. And so the first thing we're going to do is get you into a kneeling side plank. So let's set you up for that properly. A kneeling side plank is like this. Your elbow is going to be underneath your shoulder. Your hand is going to be flat on the ground. Your knees are going to be in line with your hips. And as you push yourself up, you want to make yourself to have a perfect line from through your nose, through to the middle of your pelvis and to your knees. So that's the first line. The second line goes from your knees, hips and shoulders. So your butt isn't backwards like this, it's forwards and nicely in alignment. From here, you can put your hand on your hip or you can take it above your head. That's up to you. And we want to make sure you can do that for 30 seconds before you move to the next variation. The next variation is the straight leg plank. So from here, you're going to actually straighten your legs out, stack one foot on top of the other, or if you have trouble with balance, you can actually put one foot in front of the other, and lift up your hips as far as you can. From this position, again, you can put your hand on your hips or up over your head. We're going to hold this position for 30 seconds. Once you can do that, then you can start some of the variations, which I'm going to get to right now. So let's get back into the side plank here. Legs straight, ankles, knees, hips, all in alignment, up into the shoulders, hand flat down. So in this position, I'm actually going to move my pelvis forwards and backwards. I'm going to put my hand on it so you can see the movements. I'm going to move forwards and backwards. I'm going to do this 5 times. So you want to follow along with me? Then we're just going to do it 5 times. Good. Next, I'm going to move the pelvis up and down. So I go down, making that long side of the curve even longer, but now I contract those muscles to lift up and I make the long side shorter and stronger. So that's 1, go down, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Try not to take a break. And now I want you to rotate your pelvis. So just going forwards and backwards. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Now we can come down, have a little break before the next exercise. The next exercise, we're going to be using the arm to create that motion. So now the shoulder girdle is going to be moving and the pelvis is going to be moving. And so we're really going to connect all these muscles along the spine and also through the front and those transverse or spiral muscles that wrap around the core as well. So the first motion we're going to use is this forwards and backwards motion. So we're going to take the arm up over the head, so my hips go forwards, then I take the arm down and my hips go backwards. That's 1. We go again, that's 2, and again, 3, again, 4, 5. Good. Next, we're going to take the arm, we're going to say, well, how do we make it move side to side or in the frontal plane? We're going to lift it up and over, my hips go over, and I get a really nice stretch along that short side of the spine, and then I come back down. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, last one, 5. Good job. I'm getting pretty hot here, so I know I'm getting a workout, but we've got one more motion to do with the arms. And that's the transverse or spiral rotation. So we're going to take this arm here, we're going to go down like thread the needle in yoga, and then come back up. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whew. Okay, so I'm getting a pretty good workout here myself, but it's going to take a moment to catch my breath before we get to the next level. But if you enjoy content like this, don't forget to subscribe and like this video because it really helps the channel and it boosts it within the algorithm. See, everybody knows that scoliosis is not the most, interesting topic, but nevertheless, I feel like it's my mission to spread the word and get this information out to as many people as I can. Okay, so as promised, we're now going to use the legs and then we're going to finish by using the legs and the arms at the same time. All right, so get back into your plank position. Lift up, and I'll put my hand on the hip here. And we're going to use the up and down flexion extension motion first. So driving your knee up and then taking it behind you. That's 3, driving the knee up and behind, that's 4, knee up and behind, that's 5. Next, we're going to take the leg up and down to get a frontal plane motion into the pelvis. So you're pushing up, we're going to go up and down, that's 1, 2, 3, you should be feeling on this side, 4, 5. Lastly, we're going to take the leg forwards and then backwards to get that rotation spiral motion. Okay, so we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Now, as you're doing this, you should be feeling the muscles on the downside, on the long side of the curve, really contracting. The more they contract, the more they're going to lift your spine up and make the muscles stronger on that side to hold you in a straighter position when you're doing these exercises. Okay, so lastly, we're going to combine the hands and the feet. This is not easy. Only do this if you can do all the other movements we've just done and not even just 5 times. Make sure you do 10 reps. I'm just doing 5 because I'm a little out of shape at the moment. But this last one is hard, okay? So get into position. What we're going to do is we're going to think about those motions. So forwards and backwards, flexion extension. We call that the sagittal plane. And we're going to take the knee down to the elbow. So here's the flex, here's the extend. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Relax there. Next, we've got the side bending or the frontal plane. So we're going to take the leg and arm up at the same time. We're going to contract, really contract some muscles, but also these muscles are going to contract on the top side of the curve as well. So we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Lastly, we're going to rotate the body one way and rotate the pelvis the other way. So that's really going to link up those oblique muscles and those muscles that connect the chest all the way down to the pelvis. Okay, I'm going to take my arm forward first, thread the needle, and my leg backwards. So we're going here, that's 1. Go all the way backwards the other way to reverse that. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good job. Hey, look, once you try these moves, let me know in the comments below how you get on. And if you'd like to adapt these exercises for an S-curve or want to know any of the other exercises you should be doing to manage your scoliosis, then click that link in the description below and you'll find out more.